Hello and welcome to this edition of Barnstable Today. I'm Len Gobeil. Recently, the Conservation Commission met to try and solve an ongoing dispute of land and property in West Barnstable. Chairman Dennis Houle of the Conservation Commission presented a resolve which he hoped would help solve part of the problem. He was followed by the property owners, Mr. Patrick Page and his wife, Jane Saunders. This is how the discussion went.
The first matter on the agenda is a Conservation Commission resolve regarding wetland determination at 21 Buttonwood Lane, West Barnstable. This is not a public hearing and there is no public comment. However, as a courtesy, I will give the property owners an opportunity to speak at the appropriate time. The resolve is a result of Commission discussions in executive session with First Assistant Town Attorney David Houghton and Conservation Administrator Rob Gatewood. The Commission voted unanimously to bring forth a resolve for adoption in public session without further debate. The resolve states, resolve that the Commission finds that changed drainage conditions at 21 Buttonwood Lane, West Barnstable, support the wetland boundary consistent with soil analysis conducted on or about January 15, 2006, as shown as the consultant's wetland boundary on the January 23, 2006 site plan, and adequately indicate the current wetland boundary for this particular property. As chairman, I move the adoption of the resolve and ask the vice chairman to second.
Second.
All those in favor? It's approved unanimously. As a result of the adoption of the resolve, the property owners, if they so choose, can move forward in the regulatory process by filing an appropriate notice of intent using the site plan referenced in the resolve, the site plan that has already been approved by the DEP. As noted in his September 15, 2011 letter to the owners of the parcel, I'm now going to give them an opportunity to address the Commission, providing that they conduct themselves appropriately. In addition, I ask that they address all their comments to me as chairman and not single out other commissioners by name. So, Mr. Page, good evening. You're welcome. And I'll give you 5 minutes, sir. You're on the record, and you can say what you would like to say.
Yeah, I'm not happy with what you just pulled. My name is Patrick Page. You know, Mr. Houle, you got to ask yourself how unhuman this is. I've asked you people to reconsider when I spent good money, when you sent me to the state, and you have people on your board who are arbitrary, capricious, and biased. They've damaged my family immensely. And now you got Attorney Houghton in the paper here willing to write up this bogus stuff. It's past 3 years. You're changing your rules again. You got your way through one of your commissioners by not setting a precedent. And these individuals have, I'm telling you, I am extremely angry, and they should know it. They got no business voting on my property ever again. And right now...
Can I just say one thing, Mr. Page? This was not meant to do anything improper. This was designed... Could you please listen to me, sir? This was designed to give you an opportunity to move forward.
There's nothing to move forward on. There's no money. The house isn't available. It was all about so my wife's sister could move there and live next to us. It was no. This is bogus for you to say that. With all respect, Mr. Chair, this is not fair. It's not just. It's absolutely litigation strategies, because you just said you went in executive session. You don't go in executive session unless it's litigation strategies. You're harming us by not giving us what's rightfully owed us through the town insurance in court.
That's not an issue for us.
Yeah.
What we've done is simply to clear the way for you to move forward.
No, what you've done is you've harmed us more. You've got Oak Street connected illegally, the YMCA. Mr. Houle, with all respect, this don't look too good for you people, because you knew the pipe was, you knew.
That's not part of this issue, sir.
Yeah, it's every part of this issue, because you gave me a positive when Norman Hayes, I should be up here with these facts. Ever since 1989, when I went and moved here, I've never been listened to, hardly any. Thank God we have videotapes, because all of this evidence that I have 3 boxes high, it's a hate crime. You not personally, but the commission and Rob have and the staff, they shut down my perk test illegally. So many things. And what town attorney did to me up at the YMCA, criminal harassment. Remember, I won in court. So this is very extremely, this is something I hope that this town will write in the history books. And I'll tell you, I'm not going away. I said to Rob tonight, why can't we work together? Why do you have to pull this again? You know, I met with the State of Mass Highway today concerning the easement which overflowed illegally on this parcel. Norman Hayes, the first night, if you can remember, flags 1 through 3 were over an easement which was exempt under the state and town bylaws. And you held me to a higher environmental standard, which just your last meeting, Mr. Hool, you stated, because I keep a log and I've been watching you for 6 years. You know, you've had Navigation Way, you've had a broken pipe out in the harbor, you've had the new skating rink. I've kept a log up at the YMCA, the new housing, all the sediment and pollutants from 132 have greatly increased. The waters are egregious. You know, I didn't want to come up here and start telling you how the facts are, but you've pulled something right now without even deliberating fairly. You went and you voted again to agree with the state. It's over. 3 years is over. I've been harmed. I said to Mr. Houghton, why don't we all get together? Because right now you need the easement legally up on Oak Street, and 132 is connected illegally. I says, why? And I've said this to Mr. Rob Gatewood years ago. I says, our land is absolutely dividable. Why don't you take this old cranberry bog where these 3 ditches are, and you can do a good thing. Because when the water comes down onto my property, it goes into 3 fingers, and nobody's ever listened to me. And that's why my anger is way up here. It's because I've had the answers and nobody wanted to listen. And then it goes into 1 ditch, and then it heads out to federal waters. And this is egregious. This is unbelievably harmful. And pardon me, miss, you've got nothing to do with it. I want to make that clear right now. The lady on the board has nothing to do with it.
But as far as the impediment to you moving forward under the superseding order of the DEP, you can now do that if you want to. Or you can do with a new filing. It's up to you. Excuse me, sir. If and when you do have a project.
You know,
All right?
again.
So there was no ulterior motive here, Mrs. Saunders.
No ulterior motive, and it's just out of the blue, 5 years later, just out of the blue.
It's just an opportunity
just came up
it came
out
out.
of the blue.
You repeatedly go to the town council and complain that no one is listening. The commission tried to respond to that and prepare an opportunity for you to move forward. If you don't want to do it, then you don't want to do it. The commission is just putting that out there, giving you the opportunity to use it.
Okay, I hear what you are telling me, Mr. Hull.
And
I do
I'm
hear
not
what
lying
you're
to
telling
you.
me. Well, I'm not saying that you're lying to me.
Or I'm not making anything up, I'm pretending.
What I'm saying is, of what earthly good is this to us at this point in time?
It may not be any good, but there may become a time in the future when it is worthwhile to you if you decide to develop or redevelop that parcel.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of Barnstable Today. I'm Len Gobeil.